Welcome to Parable Bridge, a place where Persian wisdom meets modern hearts, through stories that awaken the spirit and connect us beyond time.
The Story of God's Words to Azrael. Masnavi, Book 6. One day, God spoke to Azrael, the angel of death. He said, "O noble servant, among all those whose souls you have taken, upon whom has your heart felt the greatest pity?" Azrael bowed and answered, "My Lord, my heart aches for all of them. Each soul I take burns me with compassion. Yet I fear to delay your command, for obedience to you must never be neglected." God said again, "Tell me then, who was it that stirred your mercy most of all? Whose death made your heart burn the deepest?" Azrael replied, "Once I was commanded to strike a ship upon the stormy sea. At your order, I shattered it into pieces. You told me to seize the souls of all who were aboard, all but one woman and her small child. The two of them clung to a single plank, which the raging waves carried here and there upon the waters. Then came another command from God. Now, take the woman's soul as well, but leave the child alone upon the sea." Azrael said, "When I separated the mother from her baby, you know, O Lord, how bitter it was for me, how that moment pierced me with sorrow. Since that day I have witnessed countless deaths and mournings, yet the pain of that child never left my heart." God said to him, "I took that child into my care. I commanded the waves to carry him gently to a green meadow. It was a garden filled with lilies, hyacinths, and sweet herbs, with fruit trees heavy with delicious fruit. Clear, sweet springs flowed there, and I nurtured the child myself with 100 tender signs of love. There were thousands of singing birds whose melodies filled the air with joy. I spread for the child a bed of rose petals and soft blossoms, and I made him safe from every harm and trial. I spoke to the sun and said, 'Do not burn him.' I said to the wind, 'Blow softly.' I told the cloud to not rain upon him, and to the lightning, 'Flash not near this garden.' O winter," I said, "disturb not the balance of this garden. And O frost, lay not your heavy hand upon this grove." Meaning and message. This tale reveals Rumi's vision of divine mercy. Even when death seems harsh or cruel, God's compassion enfolds every soul. The angel of death may weep, but God's wisdom guides all things, for beyond the pain of loss lies the hidden garden of divine care. The child whom Azrael pitied was never abandoned. He was cradled by the same power that commands both life and death.
A poetic retelling from Rumi's Masnavi, Book 6. God once called the angel of death and said, "O Azrael, tell me in your path of dread, of all the souls you've drawn from mortal breath, for whom did you most pity in their death?" Azrael bowed, "My heart for all does ache, yet fear of your command I dare not break. Each soul I claim, I feel its sorrow's flame, but your command is holy, I obey the same." Then God in mercy asked again, "Reveal, whose pain has made your heart most deeply feel?" He said, "One day upon the stormy sea, a ship I broke, for you commanded me. All lives I took, save one poor woman's grace, and her young child still clinging to her face. They drifted on one plank, by waves were tossed, between the sky and sea, all hope was lost. Then came your word, 'Now take the mother's soul, but leave the babe alone, the sea his shoal.' I wept, To part them tore my heart in two. You know, my lord, the grief I suffered through. Since then I've seen 10,000 sorrows more, but none has pierced me as that child before. Then God replied, that child was mine to save. I told the sea, bear him with gentle wave. The tide obeyed and laid him on a shore, a garden fair where pain shall be no more. There bloomed the rose, the hyacinth, the reed, and fruit trees bowed with sweetness for his need. Pure waters sang, the sun in mercy shone, and I myself raised up the child alone. 1,000 birds with songs of love and light encircled him and kept his soul in flight. His bed I made from petals soft and deep, and gave him peace eternal in his sleep. I said to sun, shine gently on this child, to wind, blow soft and tender, never wild, to cloud and rain, no tear upon him fall, to lightning's flame, strike not this grove at all. To winter's hand I said, do not invade, keep warmth and grace within this bloom I made.